Hey everyone, how's it going? Let me get a better camera angle up here. All right. Hey Henry, how's it going? Let's see. Just uploaded a new video. Grandparents' house. Train layout working on. It's not done yet. It's just a train running for a prototype. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. It sounds really cool. Let's see. Take you guys to the layout. Let's go this way. There we go. Get you guys a view of the town. Those crossing gates scared the crap out of me. Oh. Yeah, Henry, I'll definitely have to check that out. What scale is that? You said is that HO or O scale? I forgot what scale you said it was. I know you said you had the Hot Wheels train. And for anyone watching this in the future or watching replays, so the crossing gates in the back are possessed. They're hooked up to a Lionel IR sensor, and they decide to go off whenever. And they're set for both tracks, I guess. But no. Yeah, for anyone who missed last week's live stream, we were recommended to turn off the lights up here and run the trains and basically do a night scene. So we might do that again tonight. I mean, I'm not opposed to that. That was awesome. I do have a Menards car, and welcome to the channel, Gus. I've seen some of your videos; they're really funny. The humor in them's awesome. I've watched as many as I could. You have a lot of content. I'll have to check up on it. But I have one Menards caboose that was in this giant collection of things that I received. Most of the cars on my second track behind my Penske heavyweights came with that collection. So I have one Menards caboose. Hey, Southern, how's it going? Hey, Southern, I got some Penske's here for you. Actually, I have two sets of Penske's for you today. I've got my K4 up on the bridge there, pulling some MPC passenger cars. I actually had an issue with it. I'll talk about a little bit later. Those cars are so finicky. I don't know if you guys have issues with them or man, they're crazy. Not a problem. I love a good laugh here and there, especially if it's like railroad humor. I used to work in construction, so I've heard a lot of jokes with like similar, like similar topic and stuff. So it's a lot of fun watching that. Just checked Menards. Barbersville. Is that correct? Is that how you say that? Barbersville? Fresh out of cabooses. Yeah, I know they make do they still do like the LEDs in the back of the cabooses? I always thought they were super cool. The closest Menards to us is in West Virginia. What do you remember what town that was? What was it? The Menards. Give me a second. I'll look it up. Yeah, Nikki's gonna look up how close our Menards is. It is a sin. They should have Menards. Yeah, it's at least 4 hours, and I want to get out there so bad. Basically, her and I wanted to get out there just to experience Menards because we're in PA. That's the one you want. So, yeah, Menards has awesome cars. I've heard like I've seen some videos with I think Eric's Trains did a video on some of their quality control on their cabooses were lacking, or not cabooses, but like rolling stock in general. I mean, I don't really care. I can fix it. I have tools up here if they're really that bad. But for like 20 bucks a car, I mean, you can't beat that. I just bought um basically what was it? I'll show you guys in a second. It needs work. I didn't realize it at the time. I got it used at a antique shop, but it's my first oh, what's I can't think of the name of the company. It's sitting in the box is in the trash can. Like what is it? It's a Weaver. Sorry. Yeah, Weaver car. It's a Weaver Pensy Hopper. It needs a little bit of TLC.
It's Menards is 5 hours and 41 minutes away from us.
Oh, it's almost 6 hours away.
And it's in
Triadelphia, West Virginia. So almost 5 hours. We'd love to get out there. Maybe the summer. Maybe do an overnight trip. Maybe do some exploring out there as well. Do a weekend. I used to call them weekendcations. Probably get like a rental car, so I'm not putting all that mileage on my old vehicle here. Yeah, Henry, I'll check that out once we're done streaming. Whenever we're done streaming, like it's always a surprise how long we stream. It could be, it could be like 2 hours, could be 3 hours. It doesn't matter. I'm here for you guys. We're all hanging out here. Flashing caboose. Okay, so I'm assuming it has like a strobe at the end or something like that. Yeah, their buildings are a lot cheaper than Lionel, and I feel like you get so much bang for the buck too. Even though they take like a plug-in system. I'm sure you can convert it to like a power pack or something like that. But I definitely want to go to Taco Bell. I'm a huge Taco Bell fan. Um, yeah, Nikki was gonna get me Taco Bell for Christmas from Menards, but it was a little expensive. It was a little out of the budget. We just moved out and everything, so things are a little tight. But if I can find a used one on eBay, if there are such thing as used Menards pieces, I'll definitely hook that up. But new, I think they're like $100 or so, or a little bit more. So let's see. Bluefield, it's 3.5. Oh yeah, 3.5. Yeah, I mean, I'm cool with driving like 3.5 hours. Like we drove the Steamtown almost a month ago now. Was it a month or 3 weeks?
Couple weeks.
Yeah, we drove the Steamtown, which is in Scranton. We're about wow, was it 3 hours, 2.5 hours? It's like 2.5 hours. And I mean, we're used to going to the beach. We're originally from Maryland, so yeah, and Knoble's Park. I was gonna say Knoble Grove. That's the old way. Um, but yeah, I had no problem from driving like the center of Baltimore to Knobles. We'd fly up 81, get there in like 3 hours. Now we're an hour closer, so it's 2 hours away from heaven on earth. Local Lionel shop is only 5. Yeah, same here actually. We have a hobby shop near us. It's called DE Gettle, and he's got a bunch of stuff in there. Couple odds and end parts. Like if I really am looking for something, possibly for like a Lionel repair, like a repair desk would have, he would have it. He's got lots of odds and end parts and a lot of cool rolling stock and all kinds of other stuff. But we also have a oh, what is it? We have another shop out in Hanover, PA called Iron Horse. I actually called them today. They've been super busy. People have been buying trains from them left and right. They're awesome people. I forgot the owner's wife's name. Do you remember her name by any chance?
I don't want to guess and get it wrong.
Yeah, I don't want to get it wrong either out of
She was
respect.
very nice, though.
They are awesome. And the gentleman I speak with, he also is the co-owner. His name's Troy. They're awesome people. If you guys ever need anything, I think he's an MTH dealer. He's an Atlas dealer, MTH, Lionel, and I think he has a couple of other dealer, um, yeah, other dealer brands under his belt. But he can pretty much get you anything you want. Let's see. Thank you so much. Yeah, this I think I had the train garden before we had furniture in the house. Um, yeah, Gus, because you're new to the channel, and I want to thank you for your subscription. I saw that the other day. Thank you so much. Um, let's see. They are full retail. Yeah, actually, really quick, our biggest retail store near us was called MB Klein. They now own modeltrainstuff.com. Well, it's actually Model Train Stuff's website. MB Klein used to be in the heart of Baltimore City. I think right off of Gay Street, which is right off of 83. It's like the main. It's literally like one of the main veins to get into the Baltimore, coming from Pennsylvania. They moved out in, I want to say, the mid, uh, like 2000s, like I don't know, I want to say like 2002, 2003. They moved out to the suburbs and they were having issues with security, and then people weren't coming down. I mean, it's I hate to give Baltimore City a bad name, but where it was, you never knew anything can happen anywhere, but it was just kind of crazy. Um, but they got out into the suburbs, and then recently, when all the pandemic stuff was kind of starting up, they went. Well, actually, they went full online retail. Um, a few months before the pandemic started. I don't think it was from the pandemic. I think they were just concentrating on online clientele, but they're extremely successful. I mean, they're huge. Yes, we are. I'm about an hour away from B&O, or the B&O Museum in Baltimore. We actually have a video we filmed. Um,
At the BMO.
yeah, we filmed at the B&O. Check out that video. What was that? It was in
When was that
December.
in December?
Yeah, because they had Christmas stuff.
Because I think it was the week after we went to Strasbourg.
Yeah, we hit two railroads. We hit Strasbourg and then the B&O. The B&O actually just restored a beautiful EMC, Electromotive Corp diesel. It's called the EA number 51. So there's a YouTube video of that. I didn't post it; someone else did, and I don't think it was B&O Rail Fan or Baltimore and Ohio Railroad, but it's on the web. Definitely check it out. It looks fake. It looks so good. It looks like someone drew it and then turned it into a cartoon. It's incredible. So definitely check that out. Went back in 19. So I was there before they took away the 1309 to send to the Western Maryland. So apparently they had a Western Maryland or sorry, CNO 1309. There was an engine behind that, which is similar to the Nickel Plate Road Berkshire, but the CNO named it some other. It was a Native American name, I believe. It's called like a mo. So like there go the crossing gates. They're possessed.
Maybe everybody was right. Yeah.
No, no, no! Don't say that. Um, but yeah, so I think it was called a Mojave. I'm butchering it completely, but I don't know where that engine is. I'd love to see it restored as well, but I think they were made in the same line with the Nickel Plate Road Berkshires, for what I could find in research. Oh, sorry, Henry, I didn't see. What are you having for dinner? Chicken patty, homemade. We had Cracker Barrel, uh, just because it's Monday. Why not? We did carry out.
It's convenient.
It was convenient. Yeah, they were almost at capacity. They knew they're all spaced out and stuff, but we like eating back at the house. I mean, we're so close, so it doesn't really matter. But during all this stuff, I'll just take it back home. Next cross. No, 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 it's not haunted. Yes, yeah, Gus, that's the right name. Yeah, the Kanawa. Yes, I'm sorry for that. Yeah, C&O Berkshire. I think they're made in the exact same shops. Um, I would love to see one of those run again, but I know Steam is so expensive, and the C&O is taken forever to get that 1309 up and running. I know they ran into issues. I've been following it on YouTube. That's the best way to catch up on it. That and Railfan. I mean, without YouTube, like a lot of Railfan stuff would be dead, in my opinion. I think YouTube has helped revitalize that community. Definitely getting information out there. So, Southern, you went to Taco Bell.
We go to Taco Bell far too often.
Taco Bell is a staple crop in this house.
Taco Bell, Chipotle,
Taco Bell.
McDonald's. It makes it sound like I don't ever cook. I swear I do.
Yeah, Nikki does cook, but if our schedules don't line up, like if she's working late and I have like band practice or something, I'll cheat and go to Taco Bell. YouTube Railroaders Worldwide. Yeah, I agree. Actually, I have 2 new subscribers. One of them is from, oh man, I forgot what country. There go the gates. There they go. I swear, between mannequins and these crossing gates, like mannequins at train museums and crossing gates, I have never been more scared in my life.
Because the mannequins are just random.
But yeah, I have 2. I believe one of my subscribers is from Brazil, or one of them's from Brazil, and then the other one's from Portugal. And he posts. I apologize completely if he ever listens into the stream. I forgot his account, but he reached out and said, "Hey, check out my stuff." The engines over in Brazil or Portugal, they look so different from what we have here in the US or wherever you guys are. They're just very different. Oh, there they go again. So
That was probably because they sent me.
yeah, I hope. I can turn those off. Do you guys want the crossing gates off or just leave them on for a comedic effect? Hey, Randall, how's it going? We're just talking about trains and rail fan stuff and all good stuff. Let's see. I got to go back a little bit. Yeah, Railroaders Worldwide for sure. That was the last comment I read. What's her best meal? Everything. She's awesome. She cooks. I think a lot of stuff we cook over here, like we usually shop at Aldi because it's affordable for what you get. But between, I don't know, it's hard to say. Like I can't really pick out a favorite meal from Nikki's. They kind of, I don't know, they kind of differ depending on the week and stuff and what we can get our hands on. It really depends.
For a while there was taco pasta.
Yeah, we used to do a taco pasta, which was cool. It's filling. A lot does a lot. A little does a lot. So let's see. Yeah, okay, I'll leave them on. Yeah, they'll surprise me. They'll actually work in a way when the train goes around. My inner loop. Hey, Railfan Roger, how's it going? Welcome to the channel. I think this is your first live stream, so welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, so I actually, which Gus, what Berkshire do you have? Because I have a oldie. Here, I'll set her on the track. It's a post-war, and so if you guys I don't know if you guys noticed. So I've been doing rail reviews recently. I actually just did episode 1 last week. This week, I don't want to give it away too much, but eventually I'll get to my Berkshire for a rail review. So I gotta see when I can post that. It'll be within the midweek. I'll have update number 2, or sorry, review number 2, be Nick's reviews. Franken Loco. I haven't. I wrote it down. I was extremely busy today with work. and whatnot. I only got off a couple hours ago, and between getting ready for this and everything else. But yes, I will check that out. I did see like in a news feed, someone posted. If you guys are NS fans, I saw a NS engine pull in like a transformer and it hit a bridge. They played like that funny like tuba, like unfortunate tuba music. It made me like die laughing because literally the bridge says no tall cars or no high, what do you call it, high box or something like that from the safety commission of, I forgot the name of the town, but it was hilarious. Probably wasn't hilarious for the customer. I mean, that probably cost him a couple 100,000. Um, just got done running the Penn Central Heritage Unit, 1073. Yeah, I have to get that sounds awesome. I definitely need to get some of those heritage units up here. If I can find one for a decent price, I'll pick one up. I probably want to get like the Pensy Heritage unit. If they make one still, if I can find one, that'd be awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, those reviews are a lot of fun. They kind of reach out to um, different audiences on the channel. Like I want to try to do a buffet of content, so to say. So if someone likes the live streams, cool. You guys can sit here and talk to me all night about trains and everything that's going on. Or if you guys like to sit back and watch reviews, or if people don't like live streams, you have the reviews to watch. And then there's also some people that like the adventure stuff that I do, or abandoned railroad stuff, or historical. Just kind of reaching out all different audiences. But I have to keep up on all of it. That's the fun part. Been pretty busy as well, hauling crews. Yeah, yeah, I forgot. Like you told me last night, you guys are pretty busy. Hopefully, you guys can get a breather before all this cold weather hits. What'd you say? RIP scale? CNJ Heritage and Williams at the shop. Yeah, I mean, what? How do you guys feel about Williams stuff? Because I have a decent amount of it. Um, it's a lot of fun. It reminds me of the post war stuff. It's just a little bit quieter. It's using all. I know they're using DC motors, but I think they're from a price point. I think they're pretty affordable for what you get. See cold weather for yeah, it's supposed to go down to like 6 degrees this weekend. I'm not thrilled about that. It's gonna be a cold one. Really shocked to see the BNSF my area. Yeah, I definitely need to get to know more. I think I tell you guys this like every. I think I tell you guys this like every stream I do. It's like I really want to get to know certain engines or like what they are just by looking at them. There's so many pieces of motive power out there. It is insane. I think I want to say I know like 90% of what I own. Some of the stuff that I received from collectors or bought in the past, I don't exactly know what it is, but that's definitely a goal of mine to get to know them. I want to see if there's like a book out there, a classification book. I know I have an iPhone, which is like infinite with the internet, but um, but yeah, definitely want to do that. If it runs, it's good. Good runners. Yeah, I mean, that's how I feel with them. Other than some of the smoke units that I've had, got to use their smoke fluid for a lot of their stuff. I think Williams stuff. You got to use their Williams smoke fluid. Your house is haunted. Oh, geez. Yeah, I've been there and done that. Um, yeah, one thing I know from picking up being in the trains and stuff, a lot of railroaders have good ghost stories and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool. I like urban legends. I like learning, ghost stories and stuff. It's a lot of fun. Actually, I had a friend's house back in the day. He actually lived off of the old. Well, it's still in use. It's a CSX. It's a main line out of Baltimore. It actually goes straight up to like Philadelphia, and his house was really creepy. He actually had a guy buried under the house. It was the original owner, and it was for like it was like for good luck or something like that. If I don't understand it, but they actually had to move the stone when they repaved their driveway, and it was in the front of his yard. And of course, the guy had like a very generic name. It was like Joseph Smith. I thought that was so cool. It's at the cab. And oh wait, sorry. What's the story called? It's Nickel Plate Road. It's a creepy Halloween. Took up on YouTube. I'll have to check that out. Like I said, ghosts and railroads kind of go hand in hand. I mean, it's like the history too. It's all, you know. I think a lot of ghost stories on trains just develop from guys, trying to come up with something to do while riding the rails and stuff like that. It's like folklore. Makes a BNSF 5441 so unique is that the cab and radiator sections are painted in the Heritage 2 scheme, while the midsection is painted the Heritage. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. That sounds awesome. I have seen a bunch of really interesting trains from people just filming. Like I said, YouTube is really like an encyclopedia for train knowledge and such, or people just catching weird trains, like the geology train from I think it's an NS train. Like there's like a geology train and all that cool stuff. The CSX Philadelphia subdivision, it probably is that. It's a double line. It's a straight shot north.
Have a good night, Randall.
Hey, good luck out there. Stay safe, buddy. Let me know if anything cool happens. We'll be here for a while, so have fun. And thanks for tuning in. Trying to see if I can move. Whoops. Just trying to move the cameras around so you guys can see me, but I'll have to physically move this camera around. But anyways, so for you guys saw the thumbnail, I ended up buying a new engine. I feel like I shouldn't have, but I I bought a new post-war engine. I'll show you guys in a second. Rail fan on the Amtrak Northeast Corridor and CSX Philadelphia. Oh, sweet. Okay, so you're a few miles northeast of us, so that's really cool. Henry's like, show us your face. I don't want to.
It's not like the first time I've ever seen your face.
Yeah, if you guys want to see my face, just watch my adventure videos, right? For the intros and the outros.
You're more rare to see my full face.
Yeah, Nikki's in the corner over here painting her. Can I just tell him what it is?
I don't want him to know what the theme
It's
is.
themed to railroading, and it's kind of past its season. Fantasy railroads. So it's probably the most popular fantasy railroad ever created. You guys can probably pick it up, but it was 2 months ago. It would have been very relevant.
Well, perfection takes time.
I have to say, it's a train set I don't own. I'd like to get my hands on one, but they're extremely expensive. Action footage. Let's see.
Yeah, you have a hit.
So Nikki's ahead of me in the chat, so that's kind of funny.
Trying to think of a hit. That doesn't give it away.
I'll give you a really easy hint. PE.
Don't. I want to know what it is.
Hey Gus, you were talking about models before. I bought 2 houses from, you can actually see it on my right side here underneath the Lionel sign. There's a house to the left or right corner of that. That's actually a Lionel house I built. Let's see, I'm running my Lionel Chief 808 switchers on the NYC. On the other, Reading. Is this supposed to be reading or Reading? Probably Reading.
Would the theming of the thing that I'm painting be considered a pencil?
No, actually, the thing. Okay, here's a bigger hint. It's modeled after a Berkshire locomotive that they use in.
I think the easiest hint I'm gonna give you is Herples Shiners.
Oh
if
God!
you know what it's from, then you'll know what I'm theming my house off of.
It's not. It's not an elf. Elves in a rumble. You guys are great. Yeah, I wish it was Pennsylvania, but no. My rail shed's Pennsylvania themed. If you guys pick that up, the doors are green. My milk car is in front of it. Rail fan, what is it? She's been working on it for like 3 months. I got mine done in like 8 hours.
I'm taking my time.
She's taking her time.
I want to make sure it turns out nice.
I was being nice. I told her, I said, hey, I need my desk because I have like 3 trains to take apart. I don't want to mess up the paint because they're going to get messy. They're old post-war. They work fine. It's just maintenance.
He was being nice by saying, I'm kicking you out of my desk. Finish your house.
Yeah, pretty much. What do you get? No, Henry, what is it? I'll spin around. Here we go. I'm all pasty white because the camera. Oh man, my shelves in the back look horrible. Looks like they're about to fall over. Look at that.
It's because of the dip in the color. You can see my back over in the corner.
Actually, I could take. That's not going to work. So the webcam is meant to like clip on to a desktop or a screen. It likes to fall off because I'm using a Mac right now. I can actually set my mic higher. So I might break in my neck here. Sorry for all the noise.
You'd be surprised by the amount of paint I've gotten onto this desk already, Henry.
Wait, what?
He said, I'm sure Nikki won't make a mess unless you make her mad.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess my great grandfather built this table years ago. My dad's like, you can use it as a kitchen table, and I said no. Might be better to like use it as a work table. So I've been using it as a pretty much an evil scientist lab, taking apart these engines. You guys should see some of the stuff I've done fixing some of these engines correctly. They're done correctly, I promise. If you guys ever need advice, let me know for fixing analog trains, not so much the digital. The digital stuff, the boarded stuff, I'm lost. Yeah, I have a little bit of trains. that's just part of the wall. Yeah, Gus, because you're new, I will I'll give you a look at the wall. That's Nikki's back. I don't want to go too far, but those are just some of the things. See, I can't give too much away because then you guys won't have anything to come back for. I'm desperate here, right? No. Yeah, I've got
He'll come back when we go on adventures.
yeah, I've got some stuff planned. I do have adventures planned. It's just with all this snow and weird weather coming in, I don't know if I can get out. Our alley's frozen still. I have to go to work tomorrow. I got to drive um a distance, but that's just life. Usually I telework and then do the YouTube stuff and then spend time home. And then we go on adventures whenever we can.
As long as the weather's permitting, or as long as other
Yeah, I'm still looking
life
down.
factors are permitting.
There go the gates. You guys heard it, hopefully.
It was weird because I moved my arm and then they moved.
Yeah, it's picking up light. Oh,
So it must
there they go.
Yeah, I moved my head when they did it that time. So.
Oh God. Still scares me. Let's see. A mad scientist in trains. You'd be surprised. I mean, some of the stuff I've done. Oh man. You guys should see some of the trains I've bought, and then I had to put them all back together. The 1666 was a mess. You guys have no idea how bad that was. Literally, the owner of the shop. If you guys watch that review, it's a fun little train. It's actually sitting on my second track. We'll get that rolling in a little bit. Basically, the owner of the shop came out with a box, like a paper bond box, and was like, I'll give this to you for like, it was like $50. He's like, just get it out of the store. All the parts are there. He's like, he like shook his head like this. He's like, I can't. And it was like an 80-year-old guy. He's like, I can't figure out how to put it back. And my dad and I looked at each other. We're like, yeah, we can do this. Like he has we have a manual. I think it's from 1945 to 1998. Has every train in there. And then we have another book called like the post-war era. I don't know if it's from like Greenberg or whatever. It's from like 1945 to I think 1969. It has like every considered post-war engine with a full schematic, which is awesome. So when you go to take these apart, it has every part name. So if you can go on eBay and check them out, and do all that. And parts have gone up. Parts are extremely expensive for what I remember. I was looking at a smoke unit for a friend of mine today. I called Lionel. It's an engine from 2002 to 2004. Oh, there they go again. There they go. Lionel wants like, it's gonna be like $46 for a smoke unit, and it's not a fan smoke unit, it's just a puff. But what costs that much, I think, it has the light mounted to it, like the 12-volt light is mounted to the smoke unit. But I told my friend, just, I'll take a look at it. Don't worry about it. If I can find a cheap one, doing some searching around, so be it. I'll help them out. Yeah, I've been extremely busy between like work and the band stuff. My band is at pretty much we're at a freeze right now because we can't play out anywhere safely or whatever. We released a bunch of stuff on Spotify, so I believe they put it on DistroKid, so it went wherever they said it would go. Between like DistroKid and Spotify, Apple Music, and they're all like demos. If you guys want to hear it, let me know. That 16, did you get it from Rona? No, I got it from, there's a store. It's no longer here. It's called Yorktown Hobby in Baltimore or Cockeysville area. And the train shows in Maryland are actually hosted right up the street or right down the street from it at Timonium. Like the big ones, they would have your Greenbergs there and some other stuff. Just the Great Model, I think it was the Great Toy Train Show, hosted by a bunch of people. They'd have people from like Toy Train Magazine coming out to do clinics. Some of them, they would kind of lose me. They'd get into like painting clinics that were very particular. It was almost like a screaming fest between guys saying like, oh, I can paint this better than that. Like I was walking by a clinic once. This is crazy. As you guys know, I'm an O scale person, and everything is it's all over the place scale wise. I just love running the trains. I love messing with them, fixing them up, enjoying them. I walked by a clinic once, and there's two older gentlemen having a heated discussion over weathering and painting. And my dad and I just looked at each other. We just shook our head. We're like, "What? I don't get it." Like, I get it's an art form. I love to do some like painting and stuff, but these guys were screaming over what technique was better, which one was worse, and screaming. Not like have you ever tried this before? Or, oh, that sounds cool. Like, I like doing it this way. It was a heated, very heated discussion. So I stay away from those. None of my stuff is to scale. I have scale models on the board. I have stuff that's behind me, like the let's see if I can see it on the screen there. The New Haven in the center, nowhere close to being scale. That's a celebration series from the 50s, or sorry, it's a celebration series from the early 2000s of the 50s New Haven. I think it's called a, oh man, I can't even think of, EP5. I think they're called EP5s. That's a replica. The one Santa Fe towards the wall, that's most likely an 027. The ugly ducklings on my wall are to scale as well. So I mean, I have stuff that's all over the place. Scale, not scale. I don't care. I'll run it.
If it moves, you like it.
If it moves and runs, like you guys just said about the Williams stuff, if it's a good runner, if it runs, it's a good train. That's how I do that. Last train show I went to was the Kanawha Valley Railroad show, February 22nd. It was crowded. The last show in history of man. I hope not. I miss train shows. I miss them so badly. Um, Unfortunately, I've been to a lot of train shows. I'm usually one of the youngest people there, even in my teenage years. My dad would look at me and say, "Hey, you might be the youngest person here." And I'm like, I don't care. Um, it is what it is. I think trains are coming back slowly but surely. You and I both. I need train shoes. I need parts. I've got.
Ooh,
Oh, did
sorry.
you break something?
No, because I'm using the light to even out the paint, but I picked it up with the frame.
I need parts. I have two pre-war engines. If you guys like pre-war stuff, let me know in comments. I've got a decent amount, not a whole bunch, but my dad's got the really good stuff. I left that for him. Those are his. He purchased them. If you guys are familiar with pre-war stuff, he's got, it was his grandfather's 248 engine. I gave him one of my 1668s before I moved out as a thank you. I fixed it up for him. I gave it to him. I left it there. He's got his original set that came with the 1668. What else? I think he's got a nice set of blue passenger cars. I'm not sure the numbers on them, but they are lighted. They're awesome.
Ah,
Let's see, they're coming back, and big time track shortage reported by lots of dealers. Yeah, everyone's buying trains. Like I talked to the one guy Troy at um, Iron Horse, and he said this is like one of the most profitable years for him in trains. I love to hear that. He's a local business operator. They work out of a co-op, like an antique co-op, but it's like a mini store, but it's a decent sized store. He's got a little bit of everything, even a little bit of S gauge, which is pretty cool to see. I'm not much of a flyer person, but I'm not against flyer. I just don't own any flyer. That's where I stand on it. I appreciate it, and it's got a lot of history to it, so it is really cool. I like seeing flyer move. I had an opportunity to get a bunch of flyer stuff. I didn't take up on it. I took all the O skill stuff instead. But yeah, all the track I have on this garden is mostly used, um, like purchased used. I think I think the switches, I think 4 out of my was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 out of the 6 switches on the garden I've had for a while. And then I bought the 2 switches up top, which are for the bridge. Those are purchased by Troy or from Troy, and they just need a little bit of work. I gave him the rundown on it. It's kind of funny. He's like, wow, he's like, I didn't know that. They're original in the box. They're 022 switches. But yeah, I had no idea about the track shortage. It's kind of funny. All I've been hearing about online is like the ammo shortage. I did not know there's a track shortage. Track shortage is more important to me because I want to see people running trains. And right now I'm pretty much used up with the real estate up here. Here, I'll spin you guys back around. This is my quarantine haircut. So it's getting pretty long. It is what it is.
He's trying to compete with me.
Travel industry. Working and running trains. Yeah, I have seen. I want to say I've seen more people in hobby stores as well doing not just train stuff. There's another hobby shop. It's a hobby shop north of us called White Rose, and they do mostly RC cars. That whole part of the hobby, at least from what I can see from their shop, I'm not into RC stuff. I think it's cool. I just never got into it as well. They're booming too. I mean, that shop is crowded. And apparently it's like a big thing up here. It's racing, like the slot cars or RC cars. Um, the gas and electric. A lot of guys are going to electric. They seem to run a little bit faster. Um, but yeah, I had no idea until I moved up here. I was like, wow, there's a lot of a lot of RC racing, and I think people also have a little bit more land up here from. There they go. There go the gates. Gets me every time. Let's see. Bought all the box sets. I didn't go fast track.
You wanted to at first.
I wanted to. It's just fast track is a little expensive for me right now. I don't mind it. Some of it's cool. The only thing with fast track I don't like, and no offense to anyone that does use fast track, it's when they do the I've seen it on a couple gardens when they go up a grade. So Lionel used to have those old plastic I don't know what you call them, like trussels or girders. It'd be come down like a Y or a V. So what they did with the fast track, it's kind of goofy, is that they left the ballast, they left the plastic, like the easy track ballast stuff, and then they made that come up. So yeah, I love the fast track stuff for the most part. It is expensive. Like a switch is $100. Like it's like I can't do that. Country Bunkers trains. Holy moly. Welcome so much. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, I was saying Country Bunker. I was talking about you the other day when we first moved um, in August. I think we saw your channel come up, and I was just like, wow, this guy's running old school stuff just like me. So that's what got me into watching your channel. So thank you so much for being here. But this is a good time while Country Bunker's here. I'll show you guys what I bought this week. Let's see, spin her around.
Oh, no.
Sorry, guys, if I'm making you dizzy. Whoops. So that's the 1666. I'll spin this around. Yeah, I'll say, you're probably nice and warm down there in Florida compared to here. We're freezing in PA. And There's the newest addition to the Knicks Crossing layout. It is a Prairie. What number are you? 2026. I thought it was 2026. So these two engines on the tracks are technically sisters in a way. They're just a few years apart, but they are related. The 2026 has a smoke unit in it. These were not the original tenders either. Unfortunately, the guy would not budge on the tender. Yes, we have some snow. Yeah, I'll take 68 over. What are we getting this weekend? 6 degrees? Yeah, 6 degrees up here in PA. So I'll take 68. That sounds great. Thanks so much, Gus. Thanks, Country Bunker. Yeah, this the guy would not budge with the tender with this engine. He wanted $87 just for the tender. And I told him it was over the phone. It was like or not consignment, but it was a antique co-op where I usually buy a lot of my stuff. The guy would not budge. He wanted a decent amount for the engine. I'll give you guys this. It was under $100 for just the engine. It was clean. Here, I'll show you guys underneath the engine. But the tender, like 80 something dollars, is like no way. I'll probably find one at a show or whatnot. Let's see. Whoops. So this engine's actually super clean underneath. No issues at all. Runs really smooth. It looks like someone sprayed it with WD-40, but I'm hoping it'll evaporate out. And it is what it is. It needed a new headlight, so I had to replace that. Let's see. Whoops. Yeah, it is. It's going to be really cold this week. I'm worried about pipes freezing and stuff. We're in a very, very old house, and the pipes, I have to do the plumbing over because someone put polybutylene pipes in the house, which is now illegal. So I'm going to upgrade to PEX when I get the money to do it. This house will be fully upgraded to PEX, or it's called like PEX B piping. It's not the real gushy stuff. It's like the hard plastic stuff that's really, really awesome. Starting to create plans for our what, from all the flooding or what? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it did protect it. I have some of my older engines to really break them up. I do have to use WD-40. I don't like doing it. Some of my engines that are almost 100 years old in the collection. But eventually, you know, I can use like a contact cleaner. It usually breaks up WD-40. Yeah, let me get some trains rolling here for you guys. Let's see. All right. Now, top, I have my my K4. Thank you so much. Yeah, sorry, it's a little loud up here with these trains running. Yeah, I actually picked up the K4. Let's try to. I actually picked up the K4 right before the pandemic stuff really started. It was a eBay find. See if it runs its. See if I can get it to run the sound program because it's got the Broadway Limited um, program in it. This thing will also smoke out the entire attic. Look at that. Actually, could drop the voltage on it. Oops. It does have a new battery in it, so I'd love to do a PS3 upgrade with this. This engine's great. The K4 has been running flawlessly. Like I said, all I had to do was add a new battery to it. I think I had to glue some of the front on. I think UPS did a number on it. The whole front. So like my my front two and the pilot truck are connected to the catch on the front. So UPS, I don't know if they dropped it or whatever, but the whole front was cracked off. I had to weld it back using a plastic weld on metal. It's stuck together for it's been about 9 months or so it's working great. Yeah, I love the fan smoke unit. I'm actually starting to smoke out this attic, and the smoke detector is right there. So, and I haven't tested out the smoke detectors in the new house yet. So I know they work, but yeah, I don't want to test it doing this. Be a great way to wake up the neighborhood, right? And it does have a nice bell. Yeah, look at all the smoke. Yeah, and the great thing too is with my beacon on the right side. So I didn't realize it. So I was working underneath the table. I bumped into the shelf, and these bulbs underneath have a dimple in it. And the pin, these aren't like motorized like the what would you call it? Like the electromagnetic beacons. This one's an earlier, I think it's a 1952 to like 55 um, model, and the pin just sits in there with the heat. It rotates with some fan blades on top. So I bumped into the table and I smelled burning. And I looked up and I saw some smoke and I was like, oh, I don't know what that could be. Maybe it's one of my trains. The light bulb was so hot, it actually melted through the red lens of the beacon and it actually cracked the light bulb. And I have spares, so I'm not worried about that. But I damaged the lens. And these things are so fragile. I mean, you could crush it in your hand. Um, it's insane how that happened. Let's see. I'll get a close up of the new engine. Yeah, it was fun. Um, Especially with like train. We were just talking about train shows earlier. It's like without train shows, I wouldn't be able to find a new globe. Has anyone? Have you guys ever done the conversion for the smoke unit for these old post-war engines? Because I saw you can get a conversion kit on eBay for like $15. Because this engine does have the pellet smoker in it, and I have a couple of these left over, little smoke pellets. Excuse me. Actually, see if I can put one of these in here. A couple of these in. Because I don't know if the kits are worth it. Pretty handy with trains. I just don't want to damage it. Actually, get this rolling around. That's the wrong one. Oops. Using fluids in the. I'll have to try that. Here, really quick, I'm going to grab another engine for the second track. I'll put my EP5 up there real quick. All right. Hey, good night, Southern. I'll see you later, man. Thank you so much for stopping by. Yeah, Henry, I'll put the turbine on the outer track just to give this old engine a break. To say, I know someone has a. Whoa. So good. It's. Whoops. Yeah, I love these EP5s. Now this one is a. I was gonna swap out the 2026. Give her a break. She's I always love the shutdown phase. That is so cool. Missed a couple comments. I'm sorry. Smoking units. The new Lion Chief smoking units work really well. Use mega steam fluid. Is that? I do too. Stuff's great. I like the eyedropper. The for anyone new to the hobby or rewatching this later, compared to the Lionel, which I don't have any. Yeah, I don't even have the Lionel smoke fluid up here. So these guys give you a nice pipette or eye drop, so you can aim for your smokestacks. You don't mess up anything or get smoke fluid, especially the plastic. I don't know how corrosive this stuff is, but it's really nice for them to give you like a tool to apply it compared to just saying, "Oh yeah, it's a spout." And the Lionel smoke fluid. For what I remember, you actually have to cut it, kind of like this Williams smoke fluid. You have to like cut the tip off of it, and it's kind of a pain. Like you get smoke fluid everywhere, and it is what it is. But um, let's see. This one's Lionel Celebration Series. I think it's from like 2004 or something like that. It's equipped with I don't even know what command system that would have been. I'm assuming it's able to work with the Lion Chief remote, but I have it set in conventional mode. I love the startup on it. Whoops, wrong wrong track. And the horn's pretty cool. It's a fun piece. I found a couple on eBay actually. There's a couple other celebration series that were similar. This one was handed down. It's one of my favorite pieces. I honestly want a post-war one. I'd love to get a post-war. My GG1 is set up just like a post-war. But honestly, I think a post-war GG1 would work better than my later GG1. It's set up just like it has two dual Pulmars in it, but it does have a circuit card reverse unit. It's kind of a pain. It's caught on fire. I think I've told you guys that over time. My GG1 has actually caught on fire just doing general maintenance to it. Using 3-in-1 oil, a little bit of contact cleaner on the brushes. I took them all out, cleaned them up. I put it all back. It was running really rough and it just went poof. And I'm like, man, I have trains in my collection. Like I said, almost 100 years old, never had fires. Now, the closest thing, if you guys have ever taken apart the whistle tenders like this guy here, it is so easy to start a fire with a whistle tender because of the draft it pulls in. So if you're using a contact cleaner or WD-40 on your motors or anything, they will start a fire. I guarantee it. I've singed all the hair off my arms from fixing whistle tenders post and pre-war. So this guy, oh, there you go. This I paired up with my Berkshire, which is actually down there. I forgot it has an issue with it. It needs to be taken apart and cleaned. My Berkshire was in a flood. I think for some of you guys in here might remember Hurricane Agnes. When Hurricane Agnes hit, it was in a relative's basement. Basement was flooded with 3 feet of water. The entire Lionel Berkshire, what's it? I can show you guys. It just runs really rough. And it's a monster. It's a brick. Here, I'll move this guy back. And this engine does have a little bit of a waddle. It's just some of the articulations off, but that's fine with me. Oh man. So yeah, this is my Berkshire. It's a 736, and it works. I mean, I can. It's just not very pretty sounding. Yeah, and this I'm going to retire the 2026 for the evening. It's getting kind of warm, so I'll put that on the shelf. And it sounds. I think I locked the E unit because it does stick. Yeah, the E unit's locked. So I'm going to grab it. But yeah, this engine pretty much rusted out internally. I cleaned up. I actually took all of this apart. Got in there with a Dremel, cleaned up everything inside, all the internals or whatnot. The smoke unit needs to be replaced or upgraded. I had to do the grab irons over with a piece of like bar stock from a hobby shop, but it was interesting to see that. Like I was very surprised that this engine still even runs. But yeah, this is my Berkshire. So I think I'm not exactly sure. Lionel may have considered this full scale back in the 50s, for what I could find. This also opens your front here, opens up, but I'm not exactly sure what it's considered. I know it's not 027. It might be considered full scale compared to my 2026s and all that other stuff. Let's see. I actually have another Berkshire under the table that needs a new tether. That is a Williams Berkshire. It's a B&O. Um, it's what they called it out of the box. It's just Berkshire um, body style and wheel arrangement, but it needs a new tether. That's definitely full scale. I can bring that out from underneath the table, but it is a giant piece, and it makes this look like a dwarf. Here, I'll move this over. I'll dig out the B&O for you guys. There it is. All right. Oh man, this thing is really heavy. All right. Hey, Wicked, how's it going? You're just in time. This is I believe this is considered a full scale Berkshire, and it's a monster. This is the Lionel. So I can get both in frame here. They look ridiculous next to one another. This one's geared, so I can't even push it back all the way. But here's the post-war. I believe they consider this full scale. I'm not exactly sure. And this is the Williams full scale Berkshire. Yeah, Country Bunker. I need a new tether for this. Here, I'll show you guys the tender. Here's the brain of the tender. And if you guys, I'm sure you guys have had this issue with other engines, but my tether here, see the different pins on this part here? They're loose. Like that shouldn't be like that. So I just need to go in there and resolder it. This is one of my favorites. I mean, this was like, you guys are gonna laugh at me for this. I used to run this on I used to run this on 031 turns before I upgraded to 042, and I wanted to go 070, 078 up here. Couldn't fit them up in the room for now. I could have, but it would really kill my space. But I'm planning on doing an 078 loop up here to make these guys look somewhat normal. But this is the post-war. This is the total difference here. Post-war model, modern full scale with a swivel bell. I didn't realize that before. So, but yeah, this is a B&O, and the tender's beautiful too. Let's see if I can. Let's see. And here's the Baltimore and Ohio tender. And just the size comparison, it's like 3/4 of the size of the engine. Thanks so much. I gotta fix this train. I mean, we were running it. I think it was like a test for the 042 turns, and then we saw some sparks coming out from the tether, and my dad was like, "Well, that's not good." It's like your train shouldn't be doing that. I'm like, "Yeah, it needs a little bit of help, right?" So I can fix it. If you guys ever need advice on how to fix some of the post and pre-war stuff, give me a shout. Send me a message on Facebook, Nick's Crossing on Facebook, and I'll be glad to help you guys out. Walk through it. If you have to video call me or set up a time to call me through whatever means, I'm here for you guys to help you out. Want to get? Yeah, I love the color too. It's that classic B&O blue that actually have my. It's a channel favorite. My E7s are back on the wall too. So those are a lot of fun. Hey, Lakawana. See, her chat is like Nikki's sitting right next to me. Her chat is off, or she's ahead by like 5 to 10 seconds. So I'm sorry.
It might just be because I'm modding, so technically I should be doing that on the screen. If
Yeah,
I say
Nikki's.
something before you do that is inappropriate.
Yeah, Nikki's the mod. I have a very supportive girlfriend that puts up with my insanity with this collection. The Hot Mess Express. I love that. You know, layouts are never done. I mean, Country Bunker, you guys just redid your layout and it looks amazing. I showed Nikki that. She's like, "What happened?" I said, "Improvements." It looks awesome. And actually, you know, I can for some of the bench work on here, I can kind of blame Country Bunker for that. I got the idea from the channel, like the black post in the back holding up my bridge. I got that idea from his channel, and also some of the other bench work in here. Yeah, so yeah, thank you. This has been awesome. You know, yeah, definitely. This is definitely a keeper. Um, yeah, it's just I got to get it fixed. I don't want to send it out. I feel like I'll never get it back with the way the mail is set up and stuff and all of that stuff. Here, I'll put a B&O engine out. Ugh, this thing weighs like I bet you this engine weighs like 8 pounds.
I'm surprised you didn't put a B&O out considering the one train that just came out of the shop.
Yeah. Well, we can celebrate with that. Yeah, I'll probably end up saying it a million times. Let's see. Great to, oh wait, sorry. Watch out for people are. I've heard it from several people. If you don't have haters, you're not doing it right. I've heard that from many, many channels. So I've heard it from like some of my friends. I've heard it from my train friends, a little bit of everyone. So it's whatever. But I'm here for you guys. Here to help you guys out and then run trains with y'all. Let's see.
Yeah, I do put up with the trains a lot.
Wait, Wicked said, Ollie, my orders all arrive early. You're very lucky. You're very lucky. I sent a whole train set. Or I was at like it was 3 passenger cars I sent to JP Videos. He's like 2.5 hours north of me. He got them in 3 days. So I don't know how that happened. It happened. So I'm glad he got his trains. He's running that on his Christmas garden. Looks absolutely beautiful. Let's see. I meant the missus was a keeper. Exactly. Yes, Nikki is a keeper. She puts up with me running trains up here, and then the real determiner if she's a keeper or not. If you take her to a train show, and she doesn't say I want to leave as soon as she walks in the door. That's the determining factor.
That was the test.
That was the test. I took her to a train show. I took her to a Greenberg train show. You know, what was it? A couple 100,000 square feet of trains. You know,
I
basically.
ended up buying my watch. My
Well, you've
Apple
been to
Watch.
2 train shows. Yeah, Nikki's gone to 2 train shows with me. One, she bought a watch. It was a necklace watch of an owl. We call it Mr. Hoot. And yeah, she wears that all the time until the battery just died, almost a year later. But I dragged her to that and she loved it. And then she got into N scale. So I'm probably gonna have to forfeit my N scale stuff to her whenever I build her N scale layout with her. But yeah, she was like, What is a train show? It was crazy. She's like, "What's a train show? What's a train show?" I said, "You just have to experience it to know what it is. You got to be there and experience it."
I was there.
She was there.
It wasn't what I expected, to be honest.
Took your wife to a train show once. Club had a layout there. She didn't like it. It's like it's one of those things, like it's like Disney World. You tell someone, yeah, I got to go to Disney World, got to go to Disney. And then how do you explain Disney? It's like you got to be there. And YouTube doesn't do it.
The most magical place on earth. That's how I explain it.
Yeah. Nikki's throwing paintbrushes at me.
I'm throwing paintbrushes at myself.
N scale, I don't know. All the N scale stuff is packed. It's actually in that other basically where my beacon is, it's behind there on the window. So all my stuff is there. I have more stuff at my parents' place I haven't picked up. I'm gonna dump it there as long as I can because I don't have a lot of room up here in my own place. Let's see. I would love to do a coffee table layout. That would be really cool. Put that downstairs. We don't have kids yet, but I'm sure they would destroy it.
We have Gemma.
We do have a cat. We have a cat, Zilla, that has not made an appearance.
She's right downstairs.
Yeah, I think she's irritated. She's kind of getting bigger, so she can't, like, she was a kitten when we got her. So before, we used to be able to let her climb underneath my mountain and kind of relax and fall asleep on the foam because all of my underlayment is here. I'll give you guys a sneak peek here. This is all insulation foam, like mild insulation foam. So she gets really warm and she probably likes it because cats like to be warm. So she falls asleep inside Gemma's mountain. Mount Gemma. So let's see. Her world revolves around TV. I'm sorry. I don't. We have like 5 cable channels. I mostly just watch YouTube and Netflix, Disney and Disney. Yeah, Disney Plus. That keeps me busy. On top of being outside and experiencing everything, I don't have.
Watching those, we're taking turns using the TV for video games.
Yeah, I like playing baseball on. I have 2K12 on. It's like one of my favorite baseball lineups ever. I'm an Orioles fan.
Lately, I've been playing Animal Crossing.
Yeah, Nikki plays Animal Crossing, so we share the big screen downstairs for our games. I love baseball. I miss it. I really do miss it. It's. I'm not a huge sports person. I didn't even watch the Super Bowl, honestly. I was actually doing train stuff instead, but it is what it is. But yeah, baseball stuff. I used to have season tickets with my parents. I'd go all the time. It was a great experience. Misses skiing and fishing. Yeah, I miss all that stuff. I'm not a skier, but I do miss fishing.
We're hoping to maybe go tubing before the end of.
Yeah. If we can get some tubing reservations, we have a Little Round Top, which is right above Gettysburg. We'd love to get there and tube. Tubing's great because I'm bigger boned. You just kind of go fast and you don't need brakes. And you never, so I learned this, if you ever go head first on a tube, you never put your feet down behind you because all the ice and snow goes up your jeans or whatever you're wearing. you'll have a very awful night from then on. Just let the tube do the work. Just fly down the hill. Same with skateboards. I was never into boarding. I take my friend's skateboard and sit on it and go down the hill and let gravity do the work. Oh, there they go. For anyone new, my crossing gates are possessed. I've seen other channels out there like Corey from R's Trains. His coin bank is possessed. My IR crossing gates have a mind of their own, so they will go down periodically. I'm not going to fix. I'm going to leave it as a.
They've done pretty good though. They haven't gone off in almost an hour now.
They've done decent. Yeah, they. They still scare the crap out of me. So. Yep. And Randall, I believe Randall before he had to go, he voted to keep him on because I have a switch here. Actually, I built. For anyone new, this is actually my control table here for all of my accessories, like the signal guy. What's this? This is the whistle button, my Lionel ice accessory, and then the milk car, which is a newer addition. I have 2 spaces down here for cutting off tracks I have to put in eventually. One of these does the accessories, and then one of them does the town lights. I believe this is the accessory. Yeah, look, I put ACC and then town. So there's a video on how I built that box if you guys are interested in checking it out. I wired most of the stuff in parallel, so it's nice even voltage. I electrocuted myself doing the video because my power block, Heath from Humanity City always makes fun of me because of it, which is fine. I blame Heath. That's an ongoing channel joke of his. The power block runs at 18 volts AC or 18 to 20 volts AC at 7 amps. So I got a little bit of a shock. It was fun. I don't need the Ghostbusters in here.
Only the Ghostbusters pinball machine.
Yeah, Nikki's favorite pinball machine is a Ghostbusters machine out in New York. It's so much fun. It has a randomizer. So the librarian, if you guys are Ghostbusters fans, they're coming out with the new movie. I'm excited for that. I love 80s stuff. I love it. I love 80s music, 80s culture. So Ghostbusters and Back to the Future and Star Wars stuff. I'm all for it.
But as you were saying,
the librarian at random. Full blast. So like you can adjust the volume. I love electromechanical stuff. So pinball machines, yeah, I love them. So the pinball machine screams on a randomizer at the full volume. You cannot turn it down. So you can have like the lowest volume there is, and the machine still, the computer turns it all the way up. It's a modern, I think it's a Bally. I want to say it's a Bally machine. And it's blood curdling scream. Everyone in the whole arcade looks at us and we're just like, yeah, we don't know what you're talking about. So
I just roll with it.
She just rolls with it.
I'm like, yeah, my machine screams. Okay.
Nick's, I'm working on a Nick's Crossing video shout out. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean,
hey Jamie, welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much for the shout out video. I mean, like I said, your channel put a smile on my face. I love the humor. It's a lot of fun. Thank you so much for the box. Very nice on that. It's a mess in there. It's kind of a mess. So yeah, Nikki's gonna go rescue the cat. I think Gemma might make an appearance. So I don't do house outlights. F9 soon too. Hey Jamie, how's it going? Like I said, Nikki's chat is like way ahead of mine. So I apologize for I'm sounding like I'm repeating everything she's saying. So oh yeah, I hear a cat. So we're in for a treat here.
You hear the cat, you hear me carrying the cat.
Yeah, there's a Gemma. Yes, that's Catzilla. You know, I originally wanted to name our cat Chessie or Peak because there are two cats, and one of my favorite railways is CNO. Oh God, do you really? Did you look at that? She's like, "What do you want?"
She can say hello real quick. She's all right.
Yeah, I just paved the road, and now there's cars, so it looks like it literally looks like a Catzilla. Like, hey, at least they're not. At least it's not a dog. I mean, this layout would be destroyed. Oh, she's gonna sit. She's gonna sit there. She loves the trains. She loves them. I mean, let's see. I don't know if
She might chase it. She might not.
she usually is pretty good. See, like no reactions at all.
She's just chilling.
This is like one of the loudest trains I have. Oh, she's not gonna like the crossing gates. I don't want to see her freak out.
She'll be okay.
Oh,
she's gonna get hit by one.
Yeah. Yeah, now she's up on the hill. Oh God, no.
She has the best view in the whole house.
Yeah, the thing is, like, I never stopped her as a kitten. So now that she's like almost fully grown, this just looks ridiculous. Oh, please be careful. Yeah, my little NPC passengers are probably screaming like, ah. Yeah, it's whatever. I never do anything to hurt her. She's a precious pet, but she is ridiculous. I'm not used to cats. I'm a dog person.
You dog very well.
Yeah, I like dogs.
You're still learning too.
I'm learning how to cat, if that makes sense. Oh man, I missed a bunch of comments. I'm so sorry, guys. Yeah, Catzilla's here. Did outlets wired? Let's see. Wired boat trailers in rail track. Are you talking about using like boat trailer connectors? Because my dad used to do that back in the day to wire up those old C9 lights or C7, C3. I don't remember what size lights. They're like these little red lights. You can get them from. Kind of make him sound like he's ancient. He got them from Montgomery Wards or either Wards or Sears back in the day. There's old, really small lights. They almost look like dagger tip lights. They're all red and green. We used to have a whole red train garden. One year I stopped it. I took them all out and I just popped in Christmas lights and just had them sticking through. And then I put a toothpick underneath where the wire met the socket so they wouldn't fall. Not what I did here. This is all wired up, fancy, and all that good stuff. Kitten Kayla is getting rambunctious. I hope everything's all right. Jamie, did you get your end skill stuff set up?
That's a good idea to build a carpeted ledge.
I'm still reading. See, look, she's ahead of me already. Catzilla's destroying the village. Nah, she's good.
Yeah, I don't know. She's got a very chilled demeanor. As long as you leave her alone, she leaves everything else alone.
She's fine. She's cool. She should be yeah, she's loafing. If you guys know, cats loaf, and there's a loaf. That's a loaf cat. So she's content in a way, I guess. Whoops.
Until a train moves that
Until
way.
a train moves. So
She's a Gemma loaf.
Gemma loaf, yeah. Let's see. The little carpet ledge above the layout. I wish I could. I think I have old plaster walls up here, and literally, this is the ceiling.
Right, Jamie, she is a climber.
Like this here is my ceiling. Like this is the peak of my roof. We're 4 floors up. It's an old house. It just keeps on going up and up and up. So It's a lot of fun. Wish ours was chill like that. They eat the trees? Oh my god, no. Now I know how expensive those trees are too. I just bought um I got this whole kit. Here's the packaging. This kit here from Woodland Scenics was like 35 bucks. So it's like, yeah, Gemma doesn't eat the trees. I have one. So actually, it's funny you say that. So over here, I set out one tree and it's not glued down or anything. I wanted to see if she would mess with it or eat it. She has done nothing to it.
She sniffed it yesterday.
She
That
smelled
was
it. That was it. Yes.
She walked away and she went underneath the thing.
She smelled the tree and then walked away. So I'm like, great. That's the green light. I can put trees everywhere. I have it's weird. They only give you like they don't give you like a nice round number. It's like 14 deciduous trees. Like give me 20. Give me 10. Like 14? It's like what's going on? Oh, I just saw your comment about the Bethlehem steel car. Yeah, I think this is a Lionel. I can't. I don't remember the. I don't know if it's like a collector series or limited series, but yeah, it's a Beth Steel car. The original owner of that car, I believe his father worked at Beth Steel in Baltimore for a long time. He actually retired there, so he had a bunch of Beth Steel cars. Also have their competitor Republic Steel. I got a bunch of their stuff. I don't know if this is a Seaboard. Yeah, here's another one. So if you guys have ever been to Train Town, I think no, not Train Town or Steam Town. I'm thinking Baltimore and Ohio. Here's a Patapsco and Back Rivers, and that was another steel mill train. And I actually have a Beth Steel what do you call it, saddle tank up on the shelf. Godzilla movie. Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of Godzilla movies. I couldn't get over the voiceover stuff. It was just kind of silly. It was like a big Monty Python joke, but it was supposed to be like a serious cinematic feature. I mean, I appreciate the special effects. That's brilliant, but the voiceover stuff, I couldn't do it. I have no trees made yet. Haven't seen anything up yet. Oh, sorry, I haven't seen anything up yet. Hope to do some last weekend. Yeah, you guys got hammered with snow. You guys got like what, 2 feet of snow? Hope you guys are doing all right. Yeah, 3 levels in the house, a great hobby room upstairs. I'm in the attic. Unfortunately, in the summertime, in the winter, it's always too hot. So, because all the heat's rising up, and it can't get out. Like I said, like the shot in the corner there, that is the ceiling. I can guarantee one of my cats would have demolished that within 5 minutes.
All it takes
Ouch.
sometimes.
Yeah, Gemma's not that. She's curious. I mean, she does some really not so smart things. I mean, I don't want to be mean to our cat. It's not her fault, but she goes behind like the TV and stuff. It freaks me out. I don't want her to.
He's afraid she's gonna electrocute herself.
Yeah, I'm afraid she's gonna electrocute herself. But yeah, it has been lucky with the cat. It's gonna be interesting. One day we'll get a dog, and everything will have to change. It's gonna be crazy. The cat saw your layout that worked. Sorry, your layout that would have been a heyday. Yeah, I don't want her to destroy the layout.
I don't want her to destroy the layout either because then I'm gonna hear about it.
A slow mover. Yeah, with all this cold and stuff, my knees have been hurting, so I've been a slow mover as well. Yeah, I posted the live Steam video, and the whole time in between shots, I was like, "Man, my knees are killing me." It's been nuts.
I've been a slow mover, but I've also had to do a lot of physical labor with my job this week too. So,
Well, Jamie, I'd love to go up there. If you're familiar with that, I'd love for us to, show us around and all that stuff. That'd be so cool. I guess we could film up there too, do
No
channel
Christmas
videos.
vacation cats allowed.
The good thing is through work, I might be getting vaccinated soon. Hopefully that works out. I don't know, but you know, I've pretty much been in quarantine. Oh, there they go. There they go.
Even Gemma turned her head. She was like, "What?"
They're possessed, guys. I told you, it's crazy.
Gemma was like, "What?" Ah, that was stupid.
You only have one entrance dugout. Yeah, we're not allowed to park on the street. They get irritated. The borough sent the cops to tell us to move our car last week. Nikki's front wheel drive. Her car is amazing. It's oh, what is it?
Chevy Malibu.
She's got a Malibu. It's a beautiful car. Runs great. Lots of cool features and everything.
Very teched out.
It's. I think she has one of the upper models of it.
I have the level just below the Premier, but it has pretty much all the same things that a Premier would have, except for the bigger engine.
Yeah, she's missing the bigger engine, but she can't park in the alley because she gets snowed in when she can't get out. So it is what it is.
I also don't have a heated steering wheel. That's one of the few features I don't have.
Henry, I'm old enough. I'm old enough to drink and vote. That's all I wish to share. And own property. Responsibly own property. That's I don't want to give too much private information out there. Yeah, I'd love to see Bethlehem Steel. There's so much history, a lot of rail history. Um, yeah, I mean, I'd love to get out there. Are you talking about? I'm guessing you're talking about the one that's in PA, not the Baltimore one. The Baltimore one is actually a vacant. It's like a vacant lot. I believe we have like Under Armour down there, and Amazon took over most of that. Under Armour and FedEx, and there's actually a couple short line railroads down there. In Baltimore, we have the I can't think of the one, but we have Canton Railroad. 3-foot wall of snow in the driveway after the plow. Yeah, they do that. You need a plow guy to fix the plow guy, and then another plow guy comes and fixes what that plow guy did, and it's just awful. Bethlehem
Sorry,
Steel.
y'all might hear me make random noises. I'm trying to paint.
Yeah, Nikki's still painting. I'm gonna get some trains running here in a second. Let's see. Bethlehem Steel in Bethlehem, PA. No. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Like I said, Maryland's or Baltimore's Bethlehem is like it's gone. They still have the old coal tracks. They have so they have like it was 10 at least 10 tracks wide going towards the mill. That would all be for the coke and coal mix to go to the furnaces. Those you can kind of see where they're there. And actually, so if you guys can see the my freight light next to the freight shed there, they have those going all the way down the whole length of the yard. Probably so people weren't stealing coal and stuff because people used to heat their houses with coal. And it's like 10 tracks wide. They tore up all of them but one in the center, and it's like a CSX like aux line. It's not even like a main.
Oh,
So
where is she? Because I heard her moving.
yeah, there she is.
Oh, she's right there.
Catzilla. Hey, Country Bunker, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah,
Sure.
thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. I can't wait to check out what you guys have planned. And guys, check out Country Bunker's trains. Awesome, classic, new and old trains. And he just reached a lot of subscribers. I forgot how many thousand. I think 2,000. But I'm actually going to put some EAs on the track, or not EAs, E7s. Let them run around a little bit. Try to get the cat out of the frame. She's going to chase the camera.
Jamie, no, that's not the new one. That's the sister to the new one.
Which one?
The steam engine. She was just
Oh. Okay. Yeah, Country Bunker, if you ever need anything, if you ever need help fixing anything or have any questions, man, shout out to me. Reach out to me on Facebook or whatnot. No worries, I'm always here. But yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, love to see what you guys do. And the new layout looks awesome. So I'm actually going to run and put some larger engines on the track. Take these up. Let's see. Set those down. Hey, Randall's back.
Yeah, Wicked, she is very careful. Unless you're telling her to be careful. She's pretty gentle around all of the trains and everything. She just kind of tiptoes and sniffs and everything.
Yeah, she's cool. I actually have a picture of Gemma right in front of.
Pretty much where she's laying now.
Yeah, where she's laying now. I think it was my first thumbnail. And then I actually have a picture of her with all of my C&O boxcars and then my switcher engine, my C&O. What number are you? 624, which is like a classic Lionel EMD switcher post-war. And she laid out in front of it and I took a picture. So yeah, I was like, she knows she's a tabby mix. Looks like a Chessie cat. So yeah, I'm hoping. Whoops. Yeah, this is the power unit. And these guys are so quiet. The engine's not you guys out in the chat, but these Williams engines are silent. Where's my other A unit? It's down here. Whew. Some of these trains, I feel like I'm weightlifting. Oh, there they go. The gates went.
And then right behind her, so she's probably freaked out. Oh. Go, baby.
Whoops.
Oh, there she goes.
There she goes.
Come here, honey.
Randall, any cool stories for tonight when you're out on the rails or anything like that?
What? Those gates scare you?
-6. Where are you guys at? I forgot. I mean, that's really cold. That's like Arctic. You guys must be in like the North Pole or something. Get the holy water and the Bible. Get rid of that. I mean, I had a Bible on my phone. I deleted it because it kept on harassing me. I had what's it, like Eurovision or whatever from a long time ago. I don't have it anymore, but the app would like harass me. It would say like you must read the Bible, and it made me pay. I don't know how long ago it's been, but they wanted me to pay for a free version of a Bible. It was kind of funny. Yeah, it was not free. It did say in-app purchases, and that was so you could like highlight stuff. I'm like, yeah, it is what it is. But guys, I'm running my E7s tonight because the B&O. I know these are a very popular train on the channel, but the B&O is finally done repairing their EA EMC number 51, which is Electromotive Corporation, right before they became EMD, which is Electromotive Division. So their EA is beautiful. You guys should check it out. Oh, she has. Oh, she can't eat that.
Oh, especially not since last. Yeah. I'll give her a clean one.
No, don't give her one. Give her a paintbrush.
Give her a paintbrush.
Yes.
Any other time you tell me not to.
Yeah, our cat loves. Can you hand me it first? Show the guys here. show the people of the next crossing. Gemma loves these brushes. Um, these are really cheap, so I don't really care if she destroys it. But I guess it's a texture thing with this stuff. I don't know. So she's going after a Q-tip. So I'm going to ceremonially give this to the cat. There you go. And she'll probably run away with it and stash it downstairs. And then tomorrow morning when I wake up for work, I'm probably going to step on it. So cats are ridiculous.
Everything is a toy. Everything is a toy.
Yep.
To be fair, she's only almost a year old, so she's
Yeah.
still very much a kitten.
I'm assuming the Bible app was getting mad at me. It wants the I don't know if it wants the hits, the app hits or whatever. It is what it is. Had a Bible once and read the whole thing. Yeah, I went through a Catholic grade school and high school, and we were kind of forced to read everything pretty much through the course of what, like 15 years of schooling, whatever, how many years that is. It's kind of crazy. Waiting for a crew to bring an empty coal train up here. Bless you.
Thank you.
To win and tie it down. Dollar store brushes. That's what these are. These are like cheap hobby brushes I picked up. It's like $3. You get like I don't know, like 25 of them or something like that. They're cool. You can actually cut them down. They're very useful, especially cleaning stuff. Ironically, I'm looking at the rear DP's base southbound loaded coal train right now. All three DPUs are BNSF SD70A CSs. Are those? Hope you don't kill me for asking this. Are those GE engines by any chance? Or SD? So I'm assuming that's GM. Sharp set of E motors look great. B&O in Baltimore. Yeah, I was just talking about that with the EA51. These are their later sister, I guess you can call it. A little bit later down the line. I think these are from the late I want to say early 50s at the latest. The EAs were made I think 1937 that engine or 39. I think the EA that the B&O
better than I do.
the EA that the B&O has was built in the 30s through EMC, not EMD. So I thought that was awesome. Oh yeah, EMD. Okay, yeah, I saw that it said SD. I'm like, oh, it doesn't sound like GE to me. But yeah, that's awesome. I got the video up on YouTube. Thank you so much. I'll have to check that out. 3 of the 4 N-scale building kits I ordered arrived. Got a vintage Dairy Queen and Ice House. That's awesome. I love DQ. That's my favorite thing to do at the beach. We'd either go there or like Dumzers, which is like an Ocean City thing. Yeah, Dumzers. What is it? Dumzers Dairyland. They're on the boardwalk and all throughout Ocean City, Maryland.
I just thought it was Dumpster's ice cream.
It's got the fancy. It's like Dairyland and ice cream parlor or something. They're pretty cool. They're very like vintage looking, like very.
Thing is Thrashers.
Yeah, they don't serve ice cream.
No, but they do serve fries.
37. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. I thought it was close to that. That's awesome. I found out where we have a BNSF and up here looked still a BNS. Yeah, I wish we had BNSF around here. I love the paint scheme. I need to buy one, so I always have one around. I'm gonna get these EAs or not EAs. I'm gonna get this E7 train started up. Whoops. Wrong train. I'll show you guys the front. Let's see. I think this diesel has a Mars light on it. When it runs forward, the Mars light kicks on. Trying to get it to. Yeah, see the Mars light up top? It's flickering there. For some reason, the engine's making a beeping noise. That was weird.
That is weird.
Yeah, that was really weird. Engine in the background ran into another one, knocked over some train cars. Yeah, I hate crashing trains. I haven't had a mishap on this layout that was that bad yet. I actually banked most of my turns. Like you guys can see it up top. Well, the tripod doesn't go up that high. Actually, let's see if I can. Yeah, all of my turns in the layout are banked. Even the one in front of you guys with the CNO boxcar and the Beth Steel. All of those turns are banked to try to prevent some derails, but I'm sure they'll happen. It's inevitable sometimes. So you started working there, tell the coal trains by the axle count, detector. Yeah, incidentally, the axle count for most BNF's coal trains 570 axles. That is a huge train. So what do you have to do? Divide that axle count in half, or do you divide it by 4 or in half? I've always been wondering that. Yeah, I love these diesels. They're Williams. I mean, they're pretty inexpensive for what you'd pay like Lionel. Yeah, there's the Mars light on top. Yep. Back to the Future fast. There is a video of this guy that he actually found out the miles per hour on his trains. He found out that his trains were running like at like 90 miles an hour to like the scale size and all that. I thought that was kind of interesting. We had 2 Tyco trains we would wreck. I'm sure we've all been guilty of wrecking a train once in a while. Just radio the crew. They'll be here in a couple minutes. I see the headlights now. Well, tell them I said hello. If you can. I'll actually pick up some speed here. Oh, wow. Yeah, 90s Tyco. 90s Tyco is interesting stuff. I've actually done a lot of repairs with that for like friends and whatnot. They're got to add a lot of weight to them to get them to move. They don't really pick up a lot of traction, so it's interesting how that works. We only have two Tyco trains that wreck. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I already read that one. Let's see. Yeah, Tyco trains are pretty tough. Like I said, like it seemed like they needed a lot of weight to keep them rolling, especially those traction tires. They'd wear out. Three starting up at the same time. That would be awesome to see. Yeah, I'm trying to get in touch with the guys down the street. I want to see their GP9 do a cold start, or maybe do like a cab ride with them. Um, with asking permission, maybe volunteer or do something or give them a donation. They might let me do a cab ride, but with COVID and stuff, I don't think they would appreciate it. They have to follow certain guidelines and whatnot. So that would be so much fun doing that, especially being on a classic EMD. And yeah, Randall, our GP9s down the street are all long nose. So I'm sure they're it's a scenic railroad, but I'm sure if they were on the intended class one that they were built for, I'm sure they'd be a pain in the butt. Or they call them like what, the high nose. Can run them slow, and the hum drives me crazy. Try using a little bit of that electrical lube stuff I showed you guys out of the CRC can. That stuff might work great. That might kill some of the hum. Try it on like another motor so you don't damage your trains first. But that might actually help you guys out with some of the motor hum. Yeah, and yeah, like I said, we used to crash stuff when we were kids. Yeah, none of this stuff. I don't think I have anything that could crash. I might do some like mock crashing or something like that in the future, but nothing at the moment. Who was Thomas Edison? That is hard to say, um, because I'll just say that he's an inventor. He did some other things that I don't want to talk about right now. The crew hates running them, especially yeah, hills and stuff. Sure, they're fun. Milwaukee Road Engineer. He took all of us on tour. Oh man. Yeah, unfortunately, that whole era of the golden era of trains is, I think it's dwindling down. It's very sad. I don't know how many more railroads will lose in the future. I know there's what, only like 7 class ones or something like that in the whole United States. There used to be over 100. It's amazing. Yeah, that's yeah, wicked. I didn't want to go. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I didn't want to say too much bad about Tom, our friend Tommy Ed, but yes, he I'll leave it at this. He's an interesting character, and I wouldn't want to work for him. Westinghouse is more interesting in my opinion than Thomas Ed. Westinghouse was amazing at innovation. I think he was like there's a crazy long documentary on him. If you guys love train stuff, check out that documentary. I believe it's on YouTube. It's like an hour long about Westinghouse. He invented so much stuff. Yeah, or Tesla. Yeah. Tesla's a cool dude as well. A little nuts, but I mean a lot of our inventors a little crazy, but that's okay.
If they weren't crazy, we probably wouldn't have half the things we do.
Yeah, Tesla. I'll give a shout out to Tesla because I'm running AC trains. So thank you so much. Not the car company for all of you, but the
Tesla.
the original Tesla. Stone Deaf Tom had that the radio was a waste of time. Well, he didn't have Sirius XM, so if Thomas had Sirius XM, he'd probably love his life. If he only knew. Exactly. There you go. He can listen to anything you want. You can listen to, rock radio, country, whatever floats your boat. There's a channel for it on Sirius XM. So I usually listen to I'll give you my rundown of like 5, and that's pushing it because I'm a musician. I've told you guys before I'm a musician, and if my phone isn't connecting to like my car correctly, or if I'm driving somewhere, I know where I'm going, I just want Sirius on just to pass the time. I'll listen to either 50s on 5 because I like 50s music, Beatles, the Beatles station, also 60s on
Please stop.
60s on 6. And then to get into my harder rock stuff, you got Ozzy's Boneyard, which plays classic rock, classic metal, 80s rock, 80s metal. And then Hair Nation, which is all of my hair band stuff. Yeah, 60s on 6 is cool. And then I think there's one channel, it's like Casey Kasem does some like old stuff, but I pretty much listen to all music. I'm not just into rock and metal. I'll listen to jazz, I'll listen to funk, all kinds of stuff.
He tolerates my music,
I sometimes tolerate Nikki's music.
which is more modern.
Yeah,
than
she
country
likes
and pop and rock.
she likes modern. I'll just leave it at that, modern pop music. I can't get into it as much. Like some of it's cool, but it's as a musician, I'm seeing um less and less real organic instruments being included in the music, and it kind of puts me out of a job. Compared to some guy shows up with a keyboard, can play the drums on it, and then I'm like, well, I'm an actual drummer. Um, same as my wife's choices. Yeah, if Nikki's driving, it's her radio. I have no control. I was at the Thomas Edison's birthplace.
You're in the car with me. You get a full concert for free.
Yeah, I got a full concert of pop music for free. Man, I wouldn't mind checking out Thomas Ed's birthplace or the museum. I'm sure it's cool. Just some of the stuff he did was just kind of crazy. Unfortunately, it's just the way it is. Let's see. What is a good jazz channel? Um there was a swing channel on there. You have to kind of search around. I apologize. I don't have it on the top of my head of what it could be. My dad used to listen to it, but the thing is with Sirius, there's a smooth jazz channel, and then there's like a swing channel, and then there's a 40s swing channel. I like to stay around like the swing stuff. I think it's more upbeat compared to like the modern or like postmodern jazz from like the 60s to 70s. It's a little too much for me. We had a radio station in West Plains, plays 60s, early 90s music. Ironically, it's called The Train 100.9. The Train. That is cool. Yeah, we had a station used to play the same style stuff. It was called WQSR, which is now Jack FM, which is now international. That's on your FM tuners.
It's 1027.
Yeah, 1027 Jack FM. I think that's well, that's our local number, but Jack FM is like international. I saw it in Canada when I went. It said Jack FM. Like what? Like, gotta be kidding me. It's honestly a computer. It's some guy sitting in a shack somewhere programming a computer to play on the radio. Much rather watch an actual drummer than a keyboard player. Drummers are true art, and it's fun to watch perform live. Thank you so much. Yeah, I can't wait to get playing again. And I'm actually writing an intro for the channel, which is going to be me on drums. It's gonna be a drum intro before some of my videos, so look out for that. I just need to record it, and my guitar player is gonna help me out with that at his house where my drums are set. I don't have the drums set up here because I've been so busy with the channel, but my drums are in the basement. Oh, there they go. There you guys go. They're the crossing gates. She want to take it to a Disturbed concert where peach colors almost. Yeah, I used to go to a lot of hair band festivals in Baltimore before everything kind of shut down and all that stuff. Oh, there they go again. I've also opened for a lot of hair bands, a lot of popular bands. They stream over the web. What, Jack FM? I believe they do. Probably on like what's it, like iHeartRadio, or even their website might have it.
If you have an iPhone, you might be able to get it on
There they go
Apple
again.
Music, because I've noticed a few stations that I like to listen to that go through radio.com or iHeartRadio. Sometimes are now on Apple Music.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, a tall man saved her from walking in the pit. Yeah, she definitely got saved. I don't I don't support the mosh pit. I don't understand it. A lot of the venues that I've seen around DC and Baltimore, there's signs everywhere. It says "Do not mosh. Do not jump in the." I've seen people almost die on, not in person, but videos of people getting trampled in mosh pits. I'm like, that's not worth it. Especially concerts. Concerts aren't cheap anymore. I mean, I've seen ticket stubs from like the 70s, like $5. Like now you're talking like 50 to $150, even more. Like when Kiss was playing at Hershey, our friends went. I think it was like what, $200 a ticket.
I'm not quite
It,
sure.
I mean, $200, you're gonna get trampled or possibly hurt. Not worth it.
I can't say anything. I'm wearing an emo night shirt, so
Sister and two cousins like to play drums. None of them are in a band, just for fun. I also know the drummer from another local band, and he performs at Musket Fest. Is that correct? Musket Fest. Oh, cool. I'll have to look into that because we're actually looking into festivals and stuff. Check out the channel from across the United States called 103.5. I'll have to check it out. It sounds pretty cool. Yeah, that crossing. Yeah, there it goes. There it goes again. Crossing is possessed. Like I said, just like ours trains, he's got the possessed bank. My crossing gates obviously are excited to run around. Pay close to $200 to see Kiss. Yep. Yeah, I can't afford to do that often either. My last big concert, other than seeing like Trans Siberian, actually one of okay, I'll rename it. I'll say the last concert of a lifetime I was at was, oh, it's hard to say. I've seen so many bands. I saw Rush in 2010. Those tickets I think were 180 a piece, and those were for floor seats near the soundboard in the back. Sounded awesome. Great band. So much fun.
my last concert, I don't think anybody's really gonna know, but it was Jesse McCartney, and there's no relation to Paul McCartney. He's fully American.
Yeah.
I'm from New York. But before that, it was probably One Direction. That was fun.
Musket Fest is in Bethlehem, is a huge event every year, except for the last. Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, we were supposed to play Artscape in Baltimore, sponsored by what's it called? MICA, which is Maryland Institute of College of Art. Huge festival. It draws like 100,000 people. We were supposed to play one of the main stages, probably a 15,000 person crowd, all canceled. We had to perform to even, we had to audition to perform, all canceled. Um, would have been great exposure. I think it was a free gig. I don't think we are gonna get paid for it. And then we are supposed to play another one called Light City. And honestly, we didn't care. We just wanted to play in front of a big group. It'd be nice to make something, but it is for a charity for the college, technically.
Funny you say that, Jamie. Actually, we went to TSO in Baltimore in 2019 for the Christmas show.
Yep, we were there. Yep, in Baltimore for that show.
And I've gone to TSO a few times. My parents, they get tickets every year usually. It's just something to do to put them in the Christmas mood and everything. And it's always a fun show.
Yeah. Wait, her concert was postponed twice and no refunds? That's messed up. I'm sorry. 86 Van Halen. So you would have seen Sammy Hagar, correct? Yeah, unfortunately Eddie died, so I'll never get to see that. That god of guitar. He died last October, I believe. Very sad. I actually cried because he's one of my heroes.
Him and Neil Peart.
Yeah, I lost Neil too. I lost Neil Peart and Eddie in the same year. Neil's been dead for a year, and yeah, I lost two of my heroes. I mean, literally my living heroes of music and life. And I understand, Neil is very reserved, from what I could tell. Very reserved person, not very um outspoken, but he was just a fantastic drummer, a very disciplined musician. And then Eddie, I know he was kind of off the rails, and I'd call him a guitar hermit. But yeah, he apparently was battling some diseases we didn't even know about. Same with Neil Peart. I mean, Neil, we didn't know about him having, like, the public didn't know about him having the issues that he had until he died. We were all very surprised. Eddie, we thought something was up. I heard rumors on, like, listening to Eddie Trunk and stuff, that he he basically had some issues and he was flying back to, like, Germany or something to get, like, experimental treatment. But he's also beaten cancer apparently like twice before. So he did a lot of substances and a lot of drinking, a lot of smoking. So but he lived the life of 1,000 men. It's the way I view it. But I'll have to check out Musket Fest.
Music.
Music.
Music Fest. It's just music with a
I'm
K.
sorry. I thought it said musket. I'm reading off a 14-inch screen here.
Okay, I'm reading off a screen that's only like,
It's
not
zoomed in,
even
right?
a third of the size. No.
Jamie, my eyes suck. So taking a drink of water here.
Jamie even corrected you in the comments.
She did.
She did.
Oh crap. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's my dumb fault. Alpine Valley. Okay. Yeah, I never saw Sammy. I haven't seen him before. I know there's mixed feelings, but I respect both forms of the band.
That
But
would be a cool name for like old shotguns or something, Jamie.
well, you know what? There's a lot of musket stuff out there. Let's see. Flying Scotsman is imposed by the Gremlins. It likes to run on its own. Ugh, that's creepy. Yeah, watch out for that. Well, there it goes. Look at that. There we go.
If you think about it long enough,
Oh,
it'll
excuse
move.
me. What?
So if you think about it long enough, it'll move.
Yeah, no worries. Musket Fest would be, yeah, it would be a cool name for a festival or something. Maybe like, um, you know what I'm thinking?
That's why I
Musk.
said like old like rifles or something,
Well, it'd be cool for a music fest around like I don't know if there's like a battlefield somewhere.
like Antietam or Gettysburg.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I'm glad too, Wicked. I'm glad to have you here, and I hope you're feeling better. I know you've been battling some stuff, but um, we're glad that you're here, spending time with us. You're okay. Yeah, yeah, we're okay too. We're trying to get through being not locked inside, but everything's kind of a downer. So here's a cool thing. Here's some train related stuff. So it's actually some channel update, I guess. So in the future, I plan on going to the Reading Railroad Museum, the Western Maryland Heritage Museum out in Carroll County, Maryland, which is a few minutes south from us. And there's another one in there. Um, what's it? The Reading and Blue Mountain Railroad out that way. I think that's out towards Jamie's way. But a lot of them are shut down still. And it was so sad. I talked to the Western Maryland Heritage Museum, not the one out where they're running the big 1309. This is the smaller one in a little town in Carroll County. He thinks they're not going to be able to open up until 2022, and they're losing a lot of money. They can't get guests in there. It's really sad. I was on the phone with the gentleman for about, I want to say maybe a half hour or so, just talking about stuff with trains and stuff. But I wish them the best, and hopefully they can open up sooner than that. But they have to find people to run the museum and feel comfortable of running it, and then get with all the CDC stuff. I believe they're locally funded, possibly through local jurisdiction, but I'm not sure. But I wish them the best.
Did you say that when you called, the guy was like, "I'm surprised you should surprised someone answered."
Yeah, yeah. I called there, and the gentleman said, "I'm surprised someone answered because there's usually not anyone here." He said he was there just doing some daily cleaning and stuff to keep the just like a checkup. So, and he sounded very surprised when I called too. I was like, yeah, what's going on? Let's see. Elevator muskets. Yeah, this home heart monitor annoys me. Figuring out AFib. Yeah, I have a friend with AFib, or his father's got AFib. It's interesting. He's had his like heart shocked or something like that. Like he had to go to the hospital and had his like rhythm put back. It's crazy. I up there they go. I rock a SUV, nice four-wheel drive SUV. One of these days I will get a my dream car is honestly a Jeep Wrangler. But it may not be a dream car anymore because I've read that they may not put the V6 in the Wranglers. A lot of them are or V4s or four cylinders. And oh, there they go again.
It's like every time I move, like in a different way.
Yeah. So yeah, with the Wranglers, I heard that they're only going to use like a larger big block four cylinder. My SUV now has a four cylinder. I'm not impressed. I can't. My car has no umph. It's a gas guzzler because it's doing too much work, and it's not that old. It's what, 5 or 6 years? Well, technically 7. You always add a year, but you always add a year from the year it was made. Um, you know, it is
Never
what it
heard
is.
that theory before.
Well, yeah, because if it's like, let's just say if it's a 2020, technically it came out in 2019, so it's a 2020, but add a year just to make up.
So then you consider my car technically a 2015.
No, it's
'Cause
nah.
it's a 2016.
Well, I just add a year because you don't know how long it sat since it was built. So, let's see. I hate to be the doom and gloom. I really feel like a lot of stuff is going to stay shut down for all of. You know, I can see that as well. A lot of smaller businesses or attractions and stuff. I was talking to a couple YouTubers the other day about that, and we're like, there aren't a lot of attractions for us to go to right now, unless it's like abandoned or rail fan, because railroads are going to run.
Or expensive, aka Disney.
Well, Disney's open. Um, don't know how long that's going to stay open for because they're talking about new variants of this thing, but I have no idea. You missed your 95 Silverado. Oh, wait. It's not the cause of the heart attack. Oh, my God. Yeah, we had a old Expedition, and that was fun. That was a good old truck. Not the newer ones that are all slimmed down. This was I think it was a 99 Expedition. Send you a message, SOS help. Oh, guys, I forgot to I keep on turning on the wrong transformer. Here, I'll show you let's see. Got a Nissan Kicks.
I'm familiar with the Kicks. My old job used to have some for
Wow.
deliveries.
I haven't seen them in a while. That's why I laughed. Not because it's Nissan or whatever, anything. Hated the Dakota. The V6 Magnum was the best. You hit the gas. Yeah, I mean, V6 is the way to go, in my opinion. That's the smallest I want to go. I've had two V4 SUVs. I don't want to give away too much because I don't want you guys knowing I drive, but um,
You
there's
already told them what I drive.
well, it's whatever. I'm not a fan of the lack of power that the vehicle I have has with the 4-cylinder. Nissan Rogues. I've seen those before. They're pretty cool.
My grandmother has one of those.
Let this be a reason for train spotting. Do it alone. Yeah, Jamie, if I'm not opposed to driving up there and doing some sightseeing and stuff. That would be a lot of fun. Um, whenever you're free, just reach out. I'm usually free on Saturdays. That's my day to explore and go out. I know you're a little bit of a hike away, but that's no worries. I mean, it's cool. I actually wanted to show you guys a car I bought this week too. I'm actually gonna turn them off. Whoops. All right, the crossing gates are officially off. So, well, let me spread this. Whoops, sorry guys.
Whoa.
The tripod's like falling over here.
That's not what I was wondering about, but okay.
With a chair?
Yeah, my chair just started sliding.
Whoops. All right, hopefully the webcam stays there. So I ended up picking up this Weaver. It's my first Weaver car ever, but the coupler here is busted off. So I'm going to end up getting a replacement truck for it next time I'm out. I'm actually going to replace both trucks on here. It's some nice sprung trucks, but it's my first Weaver full scale model. I think it looks Looks pretty cool. Sorry, I missed some of the comments here. Still lots to do up here with the closures. A lot open outdoors and safe. Yeah, that's fine. Just if you want to collaborate on a video or something, just let me know. Um, Send us a message on Facebook and make it happen. Because I'm looking for a lot of stuff to film and whatnot, and it'll be a lot of fun.
If Nick doesn't get the message, I will, and then he will then get the message.
Yeah, Nikki monitors the Facebook for the most part. I have it on the phone. So if you guys ever reach out and say, hey, what's up or anything, I'll,
There's a chance I might get to it before Nick will. But,
yeah, she'll let me know.
But I'll keep him informed.
Kind of like the GoPros on your wish list. So, I might have figured out what's wrong with my action cam. So, I think what happened was basically the resolution was set in 4K, and my editing software on the Mac is set to 1080p at 60 frames. So what the action cam was doing was actually strobing. So I think the camera in 4K was just messing with the resolution or the quality or whatever, and the editing software didn't format properly. I'm going to try to work on that because then you guys can actually ride on my railroad with the action cam. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Hey Gus, if you go on Facebook under pages and type in Nick's Crossing, the logo for our YouTube page should pop up, and that's our page on Facebook if you want to get in contact with us for something.
Yeah. Look out for the Nick's Crossing. It's in the description of this video, I believe. Put in that link and send us a message through there. Yeah, I believe I put the Facebook in the comment section of this, or not comments, the description of the live stream. Let's see. We'll do February, March, pretty busy. Hoping to have more time after that. Yeah, Jamie, it's either, just it's whenever. Definitely want to meet some new people and meet new friends and, hang out with you guys too. Yeah, I want to do it safely. I don't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable about being out or being somewhere because there is a lot going on out in the world. It is what it is. Let's see. Plus, I know there's some JP meetups that might happen. I know he said on his channel he might go out to a couple parks this spring or summer, so that'd be kind of cool too. Almost midnight. I was like, what?
I was confused.
It's like, no, it's only
10:30.
It's only 10:30.
I mean, it's only an hour and a half away, but
y'all, he just scared me. I'm like, what? Midnight? So I got work in the morning.
Yes, all you have to do is wear a mask. I mean, but to B&O's benefit, most of their stuff is outside. You spend maybe about a half hour in the roundhouse.
Well, it depends. B&O is open. What's wrong with? Yeah, the B&O is the majority of it is it's weird. It's like in a you could spend a good 30 minutes or so in the yard. And the cool thing is with the B&O, most of the stuff outside is free to look at until you go into the roundhouse. But yeah, definitely check it out. If you're down that way, give me a shout. Might be able to meet up there and hang out at the B&O. Yeah, the air is very dry. I have the humidifier blasting here, and it's very dry up here. Hoping to be able to get vaccinated by spring. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. Work is because they called me potential high risk because I'm young. Like very they're basically all right, I'll break it down. They're basically worried about people my age becoming like super spreaders in our building and stuff. Even though I don't go out and party or anything, I don't go to bars. Um, haven't been any around big crowds. Like the biggest crowd I'm around is at Walmart.
Or like our group of friends.
Yeah, and we haven't seen our group of friends since
It's been months.
it's
Like October.
yeah, October of last year. Um, but yeah, they consider me a super spreader because I'm under 30 and they're like, "Oh, well, you could become a super spreader." So they put me in high risk. So I might be getting a vaccine hopefully in a couple weeks. I've had lots of friends that work in similar industries as myself that have gotten the vaccine and then have had COVID symptoms. But I think it's honestly like I don't know if it's the vaccine reacting with them or it's a side effect of the vaccine. I'm not sure, but I guess I'll have to find out. Yeah, I lose tons of time when I'm working up here. This is a time portal. This whole layout, there've been times I've worked all Saturday up here and especially fixing stuff. When I get into fixing the trains, I could spend a couple hours fixing a train. It's crazy how much time this takes up sometimes. But it's the perfect time to do it. It's winter in the summertime. Yes, I will be doing live streams in the summer, but during the week or during the weekends, I plan to be outside biking around, going on adventures, bringing you guys along with the camera and all that stuff. I'm gonna try doing a Zoom one of these days or a StreamYard so you guys can join in. Um, I'll have to look in how to do that. Ashland Centralia meetup, literally the only in-person gathering I've done since last March. Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, those meetups, it's all people from across the sometimes the country. So yeah, it is what it is. I've been kind of apprehensive with some of them, but if it's a couple people, sure. But if it's like a big group, I it is what it is. I have to take my precautions. You get the kit from Scenic Ridge. Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. I'll take months to almost done in 2 weeks. Yeah, hopefully you get that air sprayer kit working. I can't wait to see what you do with that. But yeah, this car, um, it was I think it was like $15 at a local thrift shop or co-op. And I love the look of it. It's a Weaver, so it is a scale. It's a scale model. But like I said, it needs a new coupler, so I can't wait to get that fixed. But can't believe I didn't see that when I picked it up out of the box. I even looked at it. I looked at it.
You showed it to me.
Yeah, I showed it to Nikki. I was like, man, this is gorgeous. So I could run it at the end of a train, but I'm gonna get this car fixed. It deserves a nice set of trucks. StreamYard panels a lot. These, yeah, me too. I'm on Heath stream on Humanity City. Um, yeah, it's so much fun. Every Friday, I'm on there running the trains, talking a little bit, and it's a great little community he's set up. I think he almost has 1,000 subs.
Ah,
No doors are glassing yet. Must paint first. Yeah. I probably have seen you on there. I'm only on usually at like noon because I have to get back to work. I get like a 30-minute break and then that's it. That's all I get. Back to the coal mine, you know, or back to the typing or what's the equivalent? Back to the printing press. There we go. Yeah, he did a stream tonight. Heath did a stream. He streams at 6, and he had Steve on. He was wearing like a Hawaiian shirt, and I wrote a comment in there. I said, "It looks like you're ready for the golf course," and they all laughed. It was kind of fun, but it's a great group of guys. There's a couple people he gets from overseas as well, so it's really cool. I was sleeping. I feel like I should have been asleep. I've been up pretty early this morning. Yeah, it's been a long day. My voice it is what it is. It's really dry.
It's also really warm up here now.
It is really hot. All the heat rises up here and it bakes us alive up here. All right, let's do a couple more runs and then I'm gonna sign off for the day. Let's see. We get these isn't that a song? That's a song from the 80s. Up all night, sleep all day. What's that? That's Slaughter, I believe. Up all night, sleep all day. Something like that. Yeah, I've actually seen Slaughter perform that song. I should know better, but run some more stuff and then here I'll put the let's see. Does this not move? Yeah, I just noticed with the couplers on here, they don't move. So this is like these don't move left or right. They're stuck to the truck. So I'm gonna set it off to the side. I love the paint scheme on there. It's beautiful. But yeah, we're gonna run these E7s.
Good night, Henry.
Good night, Henry. Oops, I forgot. All right, guys. So I'm gonna call it for the night. Thank you so much for joining us in the Monday-Runday number 7. I believe it's number 7. So
Something like that.
number 7. So I can't believe it's number 7. That's why I'm saying it like that. But thank you guys so much for being here. And if you guys want, reach out to us on Facebook. The link is in the description of the live stream. And if you guys ever need anything, just ask in comments like what's the Facebook link. I'll gladly send it to you guys. You all are amazing. Thank you so much for being here tonight. And hope to catch you all. And Gus, I'll check out your video as soon as we get off of here. But thank you guys so much. And hope to see you all in future videos. Have a great night. And please stay safe out there.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Thanks for tuning in.
Good night, Jamie. Good night, Gus. And good night, Henry. And then Wicked, good night as well. I'll see you all in future live streams and videos.